Welcome back for another round of the STRIVECast. Yay!
Jeff,
Yes.
what episode is this? What season are we on?
Uh, Season 7, episode 31.
Woo! That's right. Season 7, episode 31 of the STRIVEcast. Should we start with some introductions?
No Thompson.
I'm Jeff.
How about our sound and video engineer?
I am Ryan, the sound and video engineer.
I'm Alex, and we have a special guest joining us for today's episode.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Strive Worldwide.
Welcome, Sarah.
Excited to be here.
What are we going to talk about on today's episode?
Review preview.
That's right.
Rushmore.
We do have a Rushmore for our friend Jeff.
A quick short review.
That's right, a little mini game of STRIVEia since our regular STRIVEia host Whitney is on assignment today. What else?
Talk about STRIVEia.
That's right, we have a big event coming up and we're going to talk all about Strive Rocks. Should we get after it? Jeff,
I'm excited.
Break?
Yes. We'll be right back.
All right, what is it time for now?
The ask Sarah about STRIVEia questions.
Correct. We are going to ask our special guest Sarah some questions all about Strive Rocks, which is
Let's
coming
do it.
up very soon. Noel, do you want to kick off the questioning?
Yeah. Welcome to the STRIVECast.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
What is your hardest thing about STRIVEia?
Ooh, the hardest thing about Strive Rocks is keeping all of that energy up for the full time because it's long, right?
Yeah.
It's not as long as it used to be. So we did a couple that were 14 hours, and then we did some where we did dance day and then Strive Rocks all night. So for some of the staff, it ended up being about 24 hours or more awake. So it feels like 12 hours. No big deal. We can do that because we know we've done it before. But staying awake and having the energy to keep moving, I think, is probably the hardest part.
Jeff, you got a question for Sarah about Strive Rocks?
What type of hot dog do they have there?
I think probably they have steamed hot dogs, probably red or brown, with your choice of ketchup, mustard, or relish.
How about horseradish?
I think you would probably have to bring your own horseradish.
Okay.
Noel, got another question?
Yep. Okay. What is an average day look for you about STRIVEia?
An average day at Strive Rocks? Well, I think before Strive Rocks, I'd want to sleep in probably as late as I can, fill that sleep tank up as much as possible. I would have a good breakfast, maybe try to get some stretching in. I would make sure that I'm really hydrated. And then I'd probably spend some time planning and packing a bag because it's kind of like going to a sleepover, but there's no sleep, right? I'm going to make sure that I've got some clean socks to change into because changing my socks and changing into a different pair of sneakers really makes my feet feel better for the second half of the night. I'm going to make sure that I bring my toothbrush because usually, I brush my teeth before bed. And if I'm eating pizza and chips and snacks and hot dogs all night, I'm probably going to want to brush my teeth again in there someplace, and that'll help make me feel refreshed too. I'm going to bring maybe some lotion for my hands if they're dry and some chapstick. I'm going to make sure those are packed. I'm going to make sure that I bring my water bottle, and I know that there will be snacks, all kinds of them. But if there's anything really special that I want, maybe I want a special kind of energy drink. I'll make sure that that's packed in my bag. And I know that no Strive event can go off if there are not Swedish Fish and Sour Patch Kids, so I'll probably make sure that there's some of those in my bag too. Plus, those are all like the personal things that I kind of would almost take everywhere if I was staying up all night. But for every theme hour, there's probably a costume change that needs to happen. So I'm going to have to pack maybe a bigger bag than I usually would for one night to make sure that I've got all of my costume pieces in there.
Yeah.
And then once I'm packed, maybe I'll squeeze in a little nap, a good healthy lunch, maybe another stretch break. Maybe I'll have my regular caffeine for the day, and then I'll get ready to go over to Strive Rocks. I think that's a regular day leading up to Strive Rocks, and then once we get there, it's kind of anything but regular, right? Where there's a different theme hour every hour. It's like 12 parties stacked on top of each other,
Yeah.
right? With all of your friends from the past, 20 years and lots of new friends to meet. There's different activities, and there's bands, and there's music, and there's always something to do. So I think a regular day at Strive Rocks is not like a regular day.
Sarah, that was great advice for anyone attending Strive Rocks on what to get ready and what to do maybe during the day before the event.
I think that preparing is really important.
Absolutely. Good
Rest,
question, Noel.
hydrate, stretch, get that stuff going.
Yeah.
Jeff, you got another question for Sarah about Strive Rocks?
Not really.
You want to think about it and we'll go back to Noel?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you had a Bob Owl at Swift?
A Bob hour?
Yeah.
Not that I can imagine that we have. What do you think a Bob hour would be like?
Oh, not Bob. I meant your favorite Nintendo game.
Oh, my favorite Nintendo game hour sounds really fun. I don't think we've done that yet, but I know one of the most fun things we had at one of the first Strive Rocks, because we didn't know yet of all of the things that Strive Rocks could be, was that we brought Guitar Hero,
Mhm.
and there was a lot of Guitar Hero playing at Strive Rocks. So that was probably my favorite. I mean, it was on the Wii, so it was Nintendo. So I think that counts as my favorite Strive Rocks Nintendo game would be Guitar Hero.
Did we? I remember we had at the cross arena the dance game. The
Oh,
Revolution.
do we bring Dance Dance Revolution? Yeah, I believe it. That's fun.
Yeah.
Can I ask Sarah a question?
Mm-hmm.
Sarah, what are you most excited about for Strive Rocks 2025?
Oh man. We've got a whole new list of theme hours, so I'm excited to try out some new theme hour stuff. I know that there's a bunch of new inflatables that we haven't had before, so I'm excited for those. So there's a lot of new things that I'm excited for, and there's also a lot of things that we've done before that I'm excited about too, because they went so well, I can't wait to do them again. I'm excited to see all of the classic Strive Rocks fans who are going to be there, the people that come to Strive Rocks every year. I'm excited to see people use the Velcro wall. That's always a fan favorite. I'm looking forward to Midnight Pizza. I'm looking forward to listening to the bands. I'm looking forward to dancing all night. I'm looking forward to all of the mascots that are coming. I know that Slugger usually makes an appearance, and that's always a crowd pleaser. So there's a lot of what's not to look forward to.
How many DJs?
How many DJs? I don't know, but the one that really matters?
Is you?
Yeah. I don't know how many DJs are coming, but I think that they're going to do a great job.
How many different bands are they going to do?
I'm not sure how many bands. Alex, how many bands are coming?
That is a really good question, and actually, that is a STRIVEia question, so I can't give you the answer to that right
Whoa.
now.
Hmm.
But you'll find out when we play STRIVEia very shortly.
All right.
Great answer, Sarah. Jeff
Thanks.
and Noel, any final Strive Rocks questions for Sarah? Or Sarah, anything else you want to share about the big event?
I want to know what Noel's favorite band has been at that Strive Rocks events.
One of them is Hello Newman,
Mm-hmm.
and the other STRIVEia.
Those would have been my two favorites too. I also really liked the Dapper Gents who played a few years ago, but I agree, those would have been my top two as well.
You know what's my worst one, Sarah?
Well, let's not share that one.
Let's save it, but off air, I bet I know.
It's a good thing I didn't say it.
Good job. Good job holding back.
Good job. Well, we got time for a quick lightning round, Jeff and Noel, if you want to ask Sarah some lightning round questions while we have her.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got one.
Yep, Jeff, you usually kick it off, so take it away.
How can you tell from a fish to a fish?
How can I tell the difference between something and a fish?
How can you tell a fish from a fish?
How can I tell a fish from a fish? I'm going to see which one is in water.
And one is not.
Yeah, so the one in the water is probably the fish.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, all right. 1 point for me.
She passed. Noel, your turn. Lightning round.
Okay. Lightning round. If you're a Descendants character, what one do you like to name?
Have you seen The Descendants?
That's a great question, Noel. Let's see. I would be Mal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Who would you be?
One of my top ones.
All right.
And Sarah Jeffrey is one of my top ones. So.
Great. Sarah and Jeffrey?
Oh.
Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty? Oh, cool.
Jeff, you got another lightning round for Sarah?
Yes, I do.
Oh, good.
Ask away.
How can you tell from a pirate to a bird?
These are like riddles.
The pirate is the one that's standing on the ground, and the bird is the one on the shoulder.
And they both say arg.
Let's say R. Jeff, do you know what a pirate's favorite letter is?
Yeah, R.
No, you'd think it'd be R, but it'd be the C.
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Johnny Depp.
The sea, like the ocean. Pirates love the sea.
Yeah.
Noel, you got one more lightning round for Sarah? That's not a riddle, maybe?
Yes, I do. Will you rather live in a city or by a mountain into the woods?
Ooh, is there a lake by the mountain in the woods?
Can be.
If there was a lake by the mountain in the woods, I think I would choose there, so long as there is adequate internet and cell phone reception.
Yeah.
That would be my choice.
Jeff, one more for you that's maybe a question and not a riddle.
Ah.
Or a riddle if you want it to be.
Do you like squirrels?
Do I like squirrels? I love squirrels.
If they do not get into your bird feeders.
Oh, you're right. I don't have any bird feeders, but I think I'm a bigger fan of squirrels than birds. So if I had bird feeders, I think I would have a more negative opinion of squirrels, but I don't, so bring on the squirrels. They can live at my house and leave everybody else's bird feeders alone.
Yeah, because one of my house and the squirrels kind of get into it. They These.
That's rough.
Yeah. I don't know how to get rid of them. Or
I
how,
think people have tried to figure that out for a long time.
If you have any tips on that, send it to strivecast@pslstrive.org.
Thanks, Alex.
Got it, Jeff.
Sarah.
Ryan, do you want to ask Sarah our last lightning round question?
Tell us your best joke.
Oh, I just told you my pirate joke.
No.
Should have saved it.
Okay. All right. What do you get if you cross the Atlantic with the Titanic?
Because it sank to the bottom of the ocean?
About halfway.
Oh.
I thought I got it.
You kind of got it.
I thought you were gonna say iceberg ahead.
Good one. Good one.
Well, thanks, Sarah, for coming on and chatting more about Strive Rocks today. We love hearing from you.
Remind me when Strive Rocks is?
Great question. Strive Rocks is next Friday, May 16th into May 17th.
Oh, I'll be there.
Coming up real fast. Still time to register if any of our listeners out there have not registered for the big event yet. You can even register day of.
Great. I hope lots of people register so we get to see everybody at Strive Rocks.
Yay. Jeff, you want to take us a break?
We'll be right back.
STRIVEcast is brought to you by
Your ad is right here. Your ad is right here.
It is right here. Ryan, tell them about how their ad could be right here.
So you can sponsor the STRIVEcast, $20 per episode. You can give us a call at 207-774-6278 or email strivecast@pslstrive.org. And let's work a deal with you.
That's right. And the longer you sponsor, the better deal we can give you. So reach out today.
Yeah.
Jeff, would you like to take us a break?
Yes, Pete. Looking cool, dude. We'll be right back.
We are back with a special round of STRIVEia today. Our regular STRIVEia host for season 7, Whitney, is not here today, so we are going to do a one-off Strive Rocks STRIVEia. So everyone's scores are at 0. But I did get special permission from our STRIVEia host, Whitney, to give every single person who's on the STRIVEcast today 1 point in STRIVEia. So that means 1 point for Jeff, Noel, Ryan, 1 point for me too, because I'm on the Zoom, 1 point for Sarah, but unfortunately no points for Pete because he's not here. So tough luck. But now on to today's Strive Rocks Trivia. We have 10 questions that are going to test your knowledge of this year's event. Question number 1. How many days away are we from Strive Rocks? As of this recording, Tuesday, May 6th.
That's okay.
Are
I
we
need a
counting
number
today?
between 1 and 15.
Counting today?
Counting today. Noel thinks we're 2 days away from Strive Rocks. Okay? Jeff, what do you think?
I was thinking maybe 3.
3 days away from Strive Rocks. Ryan?
10.
10. And Sarah?
I was thinking 10 or 11, depending on how we do the math, but yes.
Well, points for Jeff, not Jeff, sorry Jeff. Points for Sarah and Ryan. We are 10 days away from Strive Rocks. 10 days away. Sorry, Jeff and Noel, but kind of glad we're not 2 or 3 days away from the event.
Soon it'll be 2 or 3 days.
Question 2. As of 8:30 a.m. this morning, how much has our top individual fundraiser raised? I need a number between $1,000 and 2,000.
I will go with. Let's see. Is there just seen as 0,000?
There's no such thing as 0,000 in this range.
I
Remember between 1,000 and 2,000.
I think 2,000.
Jeff's going 2,000.
I go for 1.
1,000?
That's just kind of different.
Sarah, what do you think?
I think pretty high. I think almost 2,000. Let's go 1,850.
Oh, see,
50. And Ryan?
1,700.
Sorry, Jeff. Technically, you were the closest, but you were $6.40 over. So that means Sarah gets the point with $18.50. Our top fundraiser has currently raised $1,993.60.
Wow.
But there's still time for you, any of you listeners, to become the top fundraiser.
and
Bonus points if we know who it is?
No.
Oh.
because
Speaking of that, though, if you are the top fundraiser, you could have the chance to win a pretty awesome prize. This is a multiple choice question. Which of the following is not a top 10 fundraising prize this year? Which of the following is not a top prize? A, an Apple Watch. B, a karaoke machine. C, a Strive engraved Stanley. D, $1,000 to Jordan's Furniture. Or E, the chance to be the executive director of Strive for one day.
I will go to the third one.
Third, you think the Strive Stanley?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Jeff?
I think I'm going with probably E.
E? Ryan?
E. That
E?
just sounds funky.
Sarah?
I think probably E.
Correct! Unfortunately, you do not have the opportunity to be the executive director of Strive for one day, but that means you
Maybe
do
next
have the
year?
opportunity to win all the other prizes.
Maybe next year we can get that prize on the board.
Maybe next year. But you could win
Well,
lots
if
of
you
cool
ever so
prizes.
long, go for it.
Apple Watch.
It's also partly board run for the nonprofit.
But if you want to know what all of our prizes are, head to either our website or Facebook or Instagram page to check them out. All right, this one's a true or false question. True or false, there will be a glitter tattoo artist at this year's Strive Rocks. True or false?
I think it'll be false.
False?
True.
Noel's going true. Ryan?
True.
True. And Sarah?
Permanent or temporary?
Temporary.
Then temporary, yes, true.
Points for Noel, Ryan, and Sarah. There will be a temporary glitter tattoo artist at Strive Rocks. There will also be a caricature artist, a tarot card reader, face painting, and more. All right, this is about the t-shirts, because everyone knows that if you donate $100 or you fundraise $100, you get a Strive Rocks t-shirt. Which of the following is one of the t-shirt colors this year? A, fire engine red. B, sunflower yellow. C, blackberry. D, mint green. Or E, tropical blue.
I think tropical blue.
Jeff's going tropical blue. Noel?
Not before that. What will that mean? It could be. I think it's B.
B?
Mhm.
Sunflower yellow? Okay. Ryan?
Tropical blue.
And Sarah.
Tropical blue and blackberry.
That's right. Points for Jeff, Ryan, and Sarah. It is tropical blue and blackberry. You get your choice of t-shirt color this year. You can either, try my pen. You can either pick tropical blue or blackberry. And how much do you need to fundraise to get a t-shirt again?
500?
Not quite. A little lower.
600.
A little lower.
100.
100. That's right, Ryan. $100.
What a deal.
And you
What a
can get
deal.
a Strive Rocks t-shirt. All right, a couple more questions. This question was actually brought up earlier, but how many bands and DJs combined do we have playing at this year's Strive Rocks? I'll give you a range between 1 and 10.
Okay.
I think it probably be 10.
Noel, I saw a 4 for Noel, and I saw Jeff going 10. Ryan?
3.
And Sarah?
I'm going to go 7.
The correct answer was right in the middle of all those, but Noel was the closest with 4. The answer is 5. 5 bands and DJs. 2 bands kicking the night off. We're going to start with the band Wavelength and then transition into the band Trans Am. And then we have 3 DJs joining us for the night. Some early on, some in the middle, and then a DJ taking us through the morning hours. So should be a lot of music and a lot of fun, but points to Noel for that question. All right, one more question this round of Strivia. No multiple choice, no anything. Which main celebrity is joining us at 7:30 a.m. on Saturday, May 16th?
I think it's Miss Maine.
Miss Maine, okay.
No, it's not Taylor.
Unfortunately, it's not Taylor.
No, not Cindy Lauper.
Probably not Cyndi Lauper.
Main celebrity.
Oh, Maine. Okay.
Main celebrity.
How about Olympian?
What'd
An
you say?
Olympian?
Olympian, okay.
Yeah.
Ryan?
Nancy Reagan.
Nancy Reagan?
I don't know. Maybe Patrick Dempsey.
Patrick Dempsey. Who do you think, Sarah?
I'm going to go with my previous guess of Slugger.
That's correct. I was thinking of Slugger. Slugger will be here at 7:30 in the morning, but I'm also going to give a point to Jeff because Miss Maine will be joining us as well at some point during the event.
Do we know which one?
Stay
Which
tuned.
Miss Maine?
Come to the event to find out. Those are
Exciting.
all my Strive Rocks questions for this afternoon. Talk about Strive Rocks while I see who won today's special edition of Strivia.
All right. What songs do you hope will be played at Strive Rocks? What's your favorite song that gets you on the dance floor?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, speaking of songs, do we have any cover bands?
I think Wavelength is a cover band.
Uh,
And yeah, I think we probably have a lot of cover bands.
okay. What about the electric slide?
And the Electric Slide, I will put it on the mix. Jeff, do you have a song that you always have to get up and dance when you hear it?
Not really.
There's no song that makes you dance?
No Big Time Rush or Backstreet Boys?
If it's a DJ.
I was thinking about actually NSYNC.
A little NSYNC, Bye Bye Bye? Dirty Pop?
Yeah, that,
Dirty Pop? All right.
yeah. I want to maybe have yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
What about if you put them together?
Dirty Pop and Electric Slide?
Oh no, not the number 12.
That'd be a crazy mashup.
Remember 12 3 7 the one with was it Better Together? It was in sync with, because that was Branch's group when he was in sync. But if you put them together with the boy band in the movie, because they do sing together in the Trolls 3, I forget the band, the Branch's childhood brother band, and including NSYNC at the end. The Better something
Better
Take-
Place?
Place. Take me to the better place.
All right.
Good song. I have some score updates if people want to know the results from today.
Yeah.
Noel, you ended the day with 2 points. Great work.
Oh.
So third place. We have a tie for second place. Everyone's on the podium today. With 4 points, we have Jeff and Ryan. And then today's Strivia Strive Rocks winner with 6 points is Sara.
I
Congratulations,
mean, you did bring me on to be a
Sara.
Strive Rocks expert, so I suppose it's probably good. I have a Strivia question for you.
Ooh.
I put together a playlist for Strive Rocks, including all of the songs that we played at past Strive Rocks, all of the stuff we wanted to play. How many hours long is this playlist?
A range question or just we guess that?
You want a range?
We do well with ranges.
Okay, great. It's more than 14 hours, which is the longest Strive Rocks we've ever had, and it is less than 50 hours.
Oh.
I'd say 25. So
I see.
25 hours.
I see 24.
And people-
I will pick. How about 220?
220. It's gonna be less than 50.
Oh. Okay. How about 2? Just plain 2.
More than 14.
Oh.
Between 14 and 50.
I'll say 14.
Goody.
You already guessed, Jeff.
Noel says 30. Great. Alex?
Am I allowed to, like, is it a even hour?
No.
I'm gonna go 30. No, I'm gonna go 42 and a half.
You are close. But Noel is closer. It is 32 hours, 11 minutes, with 526 songs.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of music that we have prepared. We won't play all of it. And there's also a second emergency playlist with 26 songs for an hour and a half. And there's another third to-be-made playlist for songs that are like genre theme hour specific that would be weird if we played them during the wrong theme hour. So there's a lot
I'm
of
so
thought that goes
excited
into
for
it.
Strive Rocks.
Me too. So much music. Ryan, you didn't get to share a song that you really want to hear?
I think like the cha-cha slide.
The Cha-Cha Slide. You
Yeah.
got it. That's on my emergency playlist for. We don't want that. We want to know exactly when that's going to be played. Great.
And in addition to sending any bird feeder squirrel tips to STRIVEcast at pslstrive.org, send any song requests that you want to hear at Strive Rocks as well, and we'll get them over to Sara.
Mhm.
Jeff, do you want to take us to break?
We'll be right back.
Okay. So review is something a review it's like I saw the new adventure movie with Jesse this weekend.
Oh, can you tell us about it? I didn't know there was a new Avenger movie.
Yeah, but it like before she became Black Widow.
Oh. What was it called?
Oh, Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds. Okay. And what are your thoughts on it? Should we see it?
Oh yeah. I'll give it a 10.
10 out of 10? High praise. Anyone have any questions for Noel about the movie he saw?
I don't.
When does it come out? Is this coming out soon, or you've already seen it?
I already saw it on Sunday. With,
What was your favorite
Thunderbolts
part?
movie?
yeah.
Was it in the theaters?
Yeah. At Fletcher.
Hmm.
Ooh, I think it just came out.
Yeah.
Brand new.
Nice. 10 out of 10. So that means we should all go see it.
Yeah. And
Who's your favorite character?
I don't know yet.
Gotta think about it. It's fair. You just saw it.
And our preview is something new.
Mhm.
How about looking forward to Mother's Day?
Looking forward to Mother's Day. That's great. Do you have plans?
Yeah, going to Yosaki for dinner.
Nice. Are you treating your mom to dinner?
I don't think so.
You could always offer.
Good
Yeah,
job, Noel.
and that's all I can think of.
That's great. We got a review and a preview from Noel today. Thanks for sharing.
Mm.
Jeff, would you want to take us to break?
I'll be right back.
Welcome back. What time is it, Jeff?
It's time for my segment.
And what is that segment?
Ask me.
Ask you. Is that what it's called?
I mean, I think it's like Rushmore.
Rushmore. That's right. Can you remind everyone what Rushmore is, Jeff? How do we do this segment?
Sometimes I need a little reminder.
We have a top secret category, right, Jeff?
Yes.
And we ask for your top 4 or the best of that top secret category. And sometimes we do the worst. We do the bottom of Mount Rushmore. Are you ready for today's top secret category, Jeff?
Yes, Mrs. Alex.
Great. So I think everybody on this podcast has been to at least one Strive Rocks in their lifetime, right? Probably a lot more than one.
Yeah.
So today's topic is all about Strive Rocks, and we want to know the top 4 best Strive Rocks theme hours.
Oh, okay.
Top theme hours of Strive Rocks over the years. Tough
That's a
one.
hard question.
Because they're all so good, right?
I actually don't remember. I actually don't even remember back then.
I bet you can think of some, Jeff.
No, actually not really.
Then what would you make a theme hour in the future?
I don't know. Maybe something related to Back to the Future.
Back
Ooh,
to the
that's a good
Future
one.
theme hour.
Jeff, do you remember the very first Strive Rocks where we had the world's 3rd best Elvis impersonator and you
Oh.
challenged him?
Oh yeah. Oh, I challenged him. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I think it was a classic rock.
Jeff, I would have
Theme.
loved to have seen that one.
What, Alex?
I would have loved to have seen that challenge.
Yeah, but I think I lost it. I lost that challenge.
You lost to the
I
third
mean, he
best
was
Elvis.
really good.
Yeah, but I wasn't that great at that.
You're maybe fourth best in the world.
Yeah, back then, but yeah, but I mean, I do know his songs, but I mean, all the ones he's done in Vegas, I couldn't really do.
Yeah, he was a professional.
Yeah, like no, I mean, it's just he had a bunch of songs he sang before he went to Vegas, and I guess I couldn't do that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a lot of deep songs that I didn't even know.
Deep cut Elvis songs.
Yeah.
All right, Noel, what do you got for best Drive Rocks theme hours?
What about a Jersey Shore?
A Jersey
There
Shore
was
theme
a
hour?
Jersey Shore theme hour at one of the first Strive Rocks.
Amazing.
A lot of people were wearing like plain white t-shirts and drew on six packs. There was a lot of fake tan and big hair. Yeah.
That is a good one. What do you got, Ryan?
Beach theme hour.
Beach theme, a classic.
Yes.
Sarah?
I sometimes like it when we do half-hour theme half hours, and we had a half-hour hoedown once, so we did 30 minutes of country music, and sometimes that's enough.
Yeah. I like the half-hour idea.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with last year I really liked Era's hour because I'm a Taylor Swift fan, so it's fun to listen to Taylor music for an hour.
Absolutely.
Back to you, Jeff. What do you got for number 2?
Number two. Trying to think here.
To go along with Back to the Future hour.
Yeah. Uh, I think cookie hour.
Cookie hour?
That sounds good.
I think that sounds like a great hour. What would we do during that hour?
Just eat a bunch of cookies.
Sold. Noel, what do you got for hour number 2?
Uh, did we had a toga hour still?
A toga hour. I don't know, but we've definitely done like blast from the past kind of like our eras that was like decades. We also have done whatever time in history. So I think a toga hour would be super fun.
Toga
Always time for a toga.
Toga hour. Ryan, what about you for number 2?
I think it was kind of said already, but I was gonna say like throwback hour, but that's like their similar blast from the past.
We'll take it. We'll accept it. Sarah?
We did a stash bash hour, and it was mostly just mustache themed. So there are
Oh.
lots of fake mustaches. I think there were also like cowboy hats to go with it. That might have been a similar thing.
That's fun. I'm gonna go with Barbie hour. I thought that was a fun one last year as well. Barbie hour. They had that great Barbie box.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jeff, back to you.
Um,
What's following cookie hour?
I think maybe hula.
Hula hour. Okay.
Ooh, we have had lots of luau's.
We also had a teacher teaching that dance.
Yeah, during dance day a few years ago, we had, I want to say, Unicorn Cove come and teach hula lessons for everybody. That was pretty fun.
Oh, I was thinking about what's it called? Sambo, the dancing or something like that.
The hula dancing?
Oh, the one where you burn your belly.
A belly dancer?
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had belly dancers at Strive Rocks, but there's always time.
Yeah.
All right, hula from Jeff. Noel, what do you got for your 3rd hour?
I remember at the mall we had the sumo wrestling people. You dressed up, and we had a fashion show at the mall.
I'm sorry, a sumo wrestling fashion show, or are those two separate things?
Those are two separate things.
Okay.
But we at the mall we also did a fashion show with ladies. So,
Yeah.
and maybe we can have a fashion show.
There was I think Macy's sponsored it.
Mhm.
There was a prom themed fashion show towards the morning hours of Strive Rocks while we were at the mall. And there was in our millions of inflatable things and similar, there were giant sumo suits. And like you and a teammate or partner got in the sumo suits and then you sumo wrestled with giant padding so that you wouldn't get hurt. There's video of that someplace if you would like to see it.
That does sound like a fun hour.
Yeah.
Ryan, it can be either an hour we've had or an hour that you would like to see at a future Strive Rocks, maybe.
Hard to say now. Probably a music theme hour.
Hmm.
Classic. That'd be a good one. Sarah?
I am torn. I really like our open mic
Mhm.
hours. And we had a comedy hour once that was really
Oh,
quite
yeah.
something, quite memorable. So that was pretty good.
This hour hasn't happened yet, but I'm pretty excited for our Wickedly Broadway hour this year, all in on Broadway. So very excited to see what we have in store for Wickedly Broadway this year.
Hmm.
Jeff, back to you. We need one more theme hour for your top of Mount Rushmore.
Okay. How about fire dancing?
Fire dancing?
Yeah.
Whoa. That
Jeff,
would
you're
be
big on the dancing theme hours. Hula, fire dancing.
that would really be something.
You know, with very long stick with fire on the end of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You do all these like weird little like twirls.
I see them doing that sometimes in downtown Portland.
Mm.
That's cool.
Good
Yeah,
one, Jeff.
we could have one of those. You know, where you go. You know.
Would you
I
want to
think our
participate?
insurance rate would go way up.
Yeah. We should probably do that outside. Noel, what's your final hour for the top of Mount Rushmore?
Disney one.
Disney, that's a good one. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Ryan?
You have to like throw back blast from the past, but I like the 90s theme hour. Yes.
That is always a good one. Sarah?
We did a giant birthday party for everybody because everybody was going to have a birthday party before the next Strive Rocks. So we did birthday party games and there was cake for everybody and it was really fun. We sang happy birthday to Strive Rocks.
That does sound like a fun hour.
Yeah, we could bring that back again sometime.
I think we should. This is another hour for my final one that's coming up this year, and really it's just because of the name, but I'm really excited for Nacho Average Tailgate at 6 in the morning with some breakfast nachos at this year's Strive Rocks.
I'm also quite excited about breakfast nachos.
I never tried that before.
Would
I
you?
haven't either, but I'm excited.
Would you try breakfast nachos?
I don't know.
There's no bad time for nachos.
You could make them with like eggs and bacon
Mm-hmm.
on potatoes.
Ugh.
Delicious.
Potato. Ugh.
You don't
I
like
think you're missing out.
potatoes?
Like hash browns for breakfast?
I do like hash browns.
Okay, now imagine hash browns with cheese on top. Cheesy hash browns, and then maybe like a little sprinkle of bacon. Boom, nachos. Ryan's into it.
Oh yes.
I
do
mean,
that.
I know that, but
It's not too far off from a baked potato with
Mm.
cheese and
Exactly.
it's too much carbs.
Yeah, we'd have to have just a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, usually my mom didn't want me to have too many uh, things with too much carbohydrates on top.
Well, a good thing it's nacho hour is going to be at 6 a.m., so we will have danced for a whole lot of hours before then. We'll be ready for some carbs.
True.
Keep our
Yeah.
bodies fueled.
Yeah, but with Five Rocks, I can't stay up. I can't stay up for that. I
Mm.
wish I could, but
Fair.
it just it just it's way better for bedtime.
Mm.
Are
Yeah.
we still having pizza?
Probably. We're gonna have a lot of food.
Yeah.
Do we want to do one round of the bottom of the mountain? Maybe what would be the worst theme hour? We've never done a bad one, of course, so we can't say one we've done. But what do you think would make a terrible Strive Rocks theme hour?
Mime hour.
Mime hour?
Yep. Nobody can talk. There's no sound. Everybody just has to act out what they want to think or say.
That'd be pretty tough. What do you think, Jeff? What would be a bad Strive Rocks theme hour?
Maybe one thing is don't dance naked.
Good advice.
That would be a real bad hour.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, don't try that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't try that.
Don't.
How about don't do? How about a silverware hour?
Oh, I'm
Silverware
sorry.
hour?
Silverware hour.
Yeah, that sounds. What would we do at silverware hour?
Everyone will wear styrofoam and let the silverware magnetic your suit.
Oh,
Interesting.
wow.
I think you're right, Noel. I think that's an hour we probably shouldn't do at Strive Rocks.
I mean, maybe it's like a hair Beauty and the Beast, but we're not getting far with that. Everybody dress up as your favorite piece of cutlery.
What do you got, Ryan, for a terrible Strive Rocks theme hour?
Having to step on broken glass like the ones on Fear Factor.
Ugh.
Can't imagine.
That would be a
Can't do
tough
barefoot.
one.
That would be really bad.
A full Fear Factor themed Strive Rocks hour would be
That
awful.
would be a horrible one.
I'm imagining that there's like snakes and tarantulas and
Oh my
things that you
God.
want us to touch and gross stuff you want us to eat. I'm out.
Sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, good thing none of those are on the list for this year's theme hours. So those would all be pretty rough. I was thinking something along the lines of Sara, of a quiet hour, where I feel like we'd all just lose energy in the middle of the night.
Yeah. We've learned some things along the way that yoga is really fun and really great, but if we try to do that at 4 or 5 a.m., it makes the next few hours really difficult. So yoga hour, maybe yoga hour is that hour after you get home. Help
Smart.
you unwind.
It's nice to do the event for 20 plus years so you can learn some lessons along the way.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, I also remember Sarah. Remember when we used to do the after course?
Oh yeah, they had some really great inflatable obstacle courses. Those are good. Do you have a favorite inflatable?
I like the axe little axe throwing thing.
Ooh, that was really cool last year.
You're in luck. That one's going to be there this year too.
Awesome.
Mr. and that little green thing, the one with the arms.
a green inflatable with arms?
Oh yeah.
Like a person, or like the obstacle course that had things that you had to like run between?
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A classic.
Sounds fun.
I would wear clothes like this.
Okay. Like a wacky waving arm man?
Oh yeah.
Oh, maybe we should get one of those.
We should. That would be fun to have.
Yep.
Well, Jeff, anything else for your segment today?
I'm good, Alex.
Great. Would you like to take us to break?
We'll be right back.
STRIVEcast is brought to you by Ryan.
That's not that cool.
Like who, Ryan?
Orion Breen from Global Partners.
That's right. We are shouting out our guest last week, actually, Orion, who joined the STRIVEcast to talk all about what he does with Global Partners. And big shout out to them for being this year's title sponsor of Strive Rocks.
Hmm?
And Jeff, how could you be the listener of the week?
Um, 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 you can send us an email or you can call us at 207-774-6278.
That's right. Call us, email us, like our posts on social media, write us a review. All the above are great ways that you could be our next listener of the week. Jeff, you want to take us a break quickly?
We'll be right back.
Okay, wrap it up. It's a toast with make festival, broccoli, ham. Oh, what about it? Peter Brown's shaving cream. Peter Brown's crops. A bit of his keys put in my shorts in the swimming pool.
That does sound pretty disgusting, Noel. I may skip that one.
Yeah. Do you know why I brought that up, Alex?
I do.
When I did that when I went to California and I was roommates with Pete.
Great.
What happened to the shaving cream?
Yeah, I thought it was toothpaste.
Common mistake.
I mean, they were both Colgate brands, so
Could have happened to anyone, Noel.
Yeah.
Ryan, are we still hiring?
Yes, we are. Strive is still hiring, and with a sign bonus of $1,500, check out pslstrive.org/employment. And
That's right.
the job fair has been a great one.
That's right. We had a job fair yesterday, and it was a huge success. So thanks to everyone who attended.
Yeah.
Anything to add, Sarah, about the big event Strive Rocks that is coming up very, very shortly?
get registered, and if you're registered, start collecting those pledges. Get more pledges. If you've already got some, invite your friends, have them get pledges, and we'll see you all on the dance floor.
Yeah.
That's right. All that information and more is at striverocks.org. Jeff, any final thoughts from today's episode?
Nope, I'm good, Alex.
All right. Well, big thank you to Sara for coming on for the entire episode, and join us next week when Chef Noel whips up a tasty treat with the ingredients he was given last week.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Got it.
Hey.